Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Lewis and this is Metal Lens Reviews. What's up? Hope you're all doing well. So, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're checking it out, you like what you see, you like listening to me talk, thank you. Please do me the favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more stuff to watch. Alright, what are we doing here? Well, it's one of my favorite segments, movie review, something I've seen very recently, Alien Romulus. That's right, one of the newest entries in the Alien franchise. For those who don't know the Alien franchise, please click this off and, watch the first one. I'm assuming most of you know the movie Alien or Aliens or Aliens vs. Predator. Anything in that universe. That definitely helps when viewing this movie. I digress. So anyway, this came out very recently, directed by Fede Alvarez, who's an awesome director, and he's the guy that gave us the remake of Evil Dead and the movie Don't Breathe. Two winners, if you ask me. I think he knows what he's doing behind the camera. It's not necessarily tied to horror films, but I think he's got a thriller or two in there. But the guy's good. He's one of those nice up and coming directors that I think has a good head on his shoulders and a good vision when it comes to filmmaking. So hopefully he keeps going. So the plot of Alien Romulus. So this takes place between the first two films. So the Alien with Sigourney Weaver, 1979, and the Aliens, 1980s film, also with Sigourney Weaver. So this kind of fits right sandwiched in between those two movies. I got to give it to the crew. So Fede Alvarez, in statements when he's talking about the film, his love for practical effects, and I gotta say that was spot on. I'm a sucker for old school practical effects as opposed to CGI. CGI is good when you want to amplify stuff like explosions or, I don't know, make something bigger than it already is, but when it comes to blood and gore and creature, special effects, all that kind of stuff, I like practical. This movie's loaded with it. In fact, one of the planets, the space station, where our main characters drift off to, was, I believe, shot in actual location. So, and it was just dolled up to look like another planet. So, Fede Alvarez, I think, had a really great vision behind this. He knew what he wanted, and he executed it really well, I think. Is it the greatest Aliens film? Probably not. For me, it's a toss-up between the first two. But this movie is a great, in-between, standalone-ish kind of film with some connections to, other Alien films or in the Alien universe. I'll get to that in a second. So basically, it's about this group of friends, and they're on this planet. I think it looks like a mining planet, but they're not having a good time. It's very downtrodden and just like a place where you waste away. So, this young girl, in fact, the cast is pretty young. They all look like they're in their 20s, early 30s maybe, and they eventually come to the decision to get out, leave this planet that they're on, because it's just really shitty conditions, and they obviously are aiming for better things, a better life. So to do that, they they network and they talk to, obviously, they all come together at some point really early on in the film. The one character, one of her adoptive brothers, I believe, is an android who, he's kind of socially awkward. And if you know the Alien franchise, they're loaded with androids that most of the time go wrong. Sometimes they don't, but, they're just kind of noted being in the Alien universe. So that's a nice touch. And, so anyway, these group of friends, they get together on this planet, and they're like, listen, there's a space station right above us, or, close enough, that's apparently abandoned. in the beginning of the film, the opening, scene sets up why that space station was abandoned. I don't want to throw too many spoilers out there in case you guys want to check this movie out. But before I go ahead, spoiler warning in case I slip up. So there you have it. So anyway, they find a way to leave the planet. They kind of dock, and once they enter this space station, it's like ripped as shit. And they know something really fucking horrible went on. They find like a destroyed android, and they're like, okay, so their main purpose is to search this, messed up, space station pretty much for cryo chambers, because where they're going, it's a distance, and when you travel a long time in space, I assume you have to be like in a stasis, like kind of like a frozen state, kind of sort of, so you don't age by the time you get to your destination. And they're looking for chambers in the space station, and they find them, but they also find this room that's loaded with what looks like copied face huggers. So this is a research vessel they're on, and face huggers are big in the alien universe. So face huggers are like the precursor to the xenomorph. Face huggers have one purpose, and that's to, latch onto your face and impregnate you, and then you eventually, burst open with a little baby alien that grows really big. And there you go. That's the, gestation period of an alien, a xenomorph. So anyway, long story short, some of the crew get trapped in this room. Facehuggers, they somehow avoid them, but the pilot gets, attacked and impregnated, and they remove it, but they find this android whose name's Rook, but he looks really similar to the android from the 1979 Alien, Ash. So I thought that was a nice touch, little cameo there, even if it's like CGI'd, facial features, but I thought that was a nice touch. Because who doesn't love nostalgia, If you could connect movies to other movies in the universe, that's awesome. I mean, Marvel does it all the time. They kind of have to. But anyway, so this pilot, because they all want to leave, because they know these fucking, fast facehugger creatures are after them. They want to get the shit out of Dodge. And this android's saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Your pilot could be impregnated. She could burst any minute. And she does on their ship. And their ship fucking crashes in another part of the space station called Romulus. And this space station is loaded with xenomorphs. So the aliens are already there. One thing I will say, I don't remember seeing or hearing about a queen, because queen aliens were pretty prominent in the Alien series. Obviously, they're the ones that lay the eggs and, build up hives and colonies of these aliens. These aliens were already there, and, they were just wreaked havoc. They tried to toy with some lore with the facehuggers, and the original facehuggers didn't give a shit. You could hide, you could be stealthy as much as you want. They had one job, and that was to get you pregnant with a baby alien. So no matter what you did to avoid them, they were going to find you. So they mentioned in this one, if you stay quiet, they won't get you. I thought that was kind of silly, but that's just a small, minor detail that bothered me. Nothing that takes away from the film. Like I said, and the rest of the movie has these little twists and turns. There's a throwback to Prometheus. Have you ever seen that movie? The black liquid that was pretty much like this alien DNA is featured in this. And we even get a new type of alien, like a hybrid alien, half human, half xenomorph, which I thought was pretty creative. In fact, it looked like one of the aliens from Prometheus. If you've ever seen that movie, the big, muscular, alien thing from that film. There was a lot of, like I said, touches here and there, and the feel, like, I felt like this was just like, the crew traveled back in time and filmed it in the 80s, because the feel of the movie, the way it was set up, it had a very 1980s feel, and I appreciate that. I like that. I like the attention to detail. The set, like I said, the atmosphere, the feel of the movie. I mean, the actors were young. I didn't know them personally. Maybe you guys did. But either way, I think they did a good job. I think that some people might complain, like, but you have to change it up. Like I said, there was a few callback scenes, callback quotes from, other Alien films, but like I said, sometimes you gotta inject a little nostalgia just to kind of, it's like getting little gifts, to get more interest into the movie. Those little touches. Like I said, Marvel and DC does this all the time. They always interconnect things with, previous entries. So, and Alien did that too. But yeah, all in all, I liked it. Anyway, the movie goes on. Like I said, we get introduced to a alien hybrid. Half the crew is like wiped out at this point, and well, the ending is pretty much cut and dry. I thought it was really well done. There's a beginning, a middle, and the end, and that's it. There's no further Easter eggs after that. No post-credit scenes. It's just very straightforward after that, and that's good. I mean, if you're looking for a very straightforward sci-fi horror, this is it. No surprises. You know exactly what you're getting yourself into. If you know Alien, that whole franchise, you definitely will feel right at home watching this film. And I think Fede Alvarez did a great job. Like I said, I trust his vision. I think he's a good director. And I think, he did it right. Some people might not agree. Some people be like, they didn't do nothing new. But we live in a world where if you do too much original stuff to an already established franchise, people hate you. If you keep it exactly the same and don't change anything, people hate you. So you got to find that balance. And I think there was enough of that here to make this film likable and enjoyable, for that matter. So, with that said, would I recommend it? Yeah, sure. Is it the greatest Alien movie in the Alien franchise? Like I said, for me, definitely falls in between the first and second one. But this is definitely a good entry in the series. And while I may not bring anything new, there's a good surprises here, a few callbacks, nostalgic, moments. And overall, it's just a fun action, horror, sci-fi film that I think anybody who enjoys these movies will definitely get a kick out of. And there you have it, guys. It's my little review for Alien Romulus from director Fede Alvarez. Check it out when you get a chance. Alright, well, that's all I have for you guys. If you made this far in the video, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to throw me a song request or maybe do a movie review of something I never seen yet and want me to check out, I'll leave a little link down below. Buy me a coffee. It's just another way of supporting the channel and, throwing me different requests and whatnot. That's all I got. Alright, guys. Until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.